Warning: the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box Call It Like We See It podcast. Right now, we have the dynamic duo of Zach McVeigh and, well, okay, it's literally Zach, and I'm just kind of like the
plus
the
one
other guy. I'm the plus one. I'm the plus one to this thing. Zach invited me here, so I'm here because of Zach.
Right.
Buddy, how we doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's school year's winding down. Golf season's getting ready to go into postseason next week. Tracks
Is that even a thing? Is there a postseason for
Yeah,
golf?
it's called districts, and then after that, then it's
gosh.
state, and then all of that. And hey, we're looking forward to. We have had a great season. We got some fellas that have been doing really well, and you know, we travel all the way down to Saxony Lutheran on Monday, and hopefully, weather permitting, we'll get that in, and hopefully have a good showing at districts.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean about the weather. The weather's just been beautiful every single day. The sun has been out.
What?
It's been a spring-filled day.
Oh yeah, all that rain and no, not so much. They're calling for more, but no. Chris, how you been, man? How are things going with now that all your testing's over with, and hopefully, and it came in, huh?
Well, Zach, let me tell you what I do know. Whoever decided that putting these standardized tests not at the very freaking end of the year,
right,
is all they're doing is like, hey, you want to see something really funny? Wait till we're done with this and see how the kids act.
Exactly.
Because they will surely it won't be a problem. I'm telling you right now, it's like I have to prod kids. Write this down. It's on the test.
Why
aren't you writing it? Put anything. It's draw a pipicture for all I care. For the love of God, we're in math. It's okay. I just something.
11D.
Why? Yeah, it's $11 billion. That's not even a real number yet. But the crazy part, like, I have the notes of how to answer problems written on the board behind me as I ask questions. Sometimes I just lean up against the board to that spot to kind of like, hey, like, here. No, still ain't getting it. And then when they take tests and quizzes, it's like, why'd you score so bad? Well, I didn't know. Raise your head up and look at the board. There's all kinds of hints to help you. No. So they're kind of checked out. I mean, and teachers are kind of like, yay, checked out too.
Now,
Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yeah. Here's I saw this fun, and I don't know if it's true because you can't tell it's true anymore on the internet and on socials and all that. But it was the funniest thing because it was a bunch of guys that had, they were dressed up as rednecks. And again, this is an AI picture. So they've got their flags, they got their bandanas, they've got their jean shorts cut and all that. And they're giving one of those. And it said, hey, to everybody that thinks Alabama's test scores are low, they just outperformed New York and Massachusetts. Right? Like
Low bar, buddy.
Oh my goodness. So standardized testing. There's got to be a better way, for
Are you
all
sure
of
though? I mean, it seems like it's the best idea we have. You know, it's
Why
the
do
best
we
way to
okay,
measure. Yeah.
but
Go
measure
ahead.
what? Measure what
Hey,
though?
I told you I would get you talking about this.
I don't get it. Make sense to me that
I can't.
I just does it matter? Does it matter if you're better at math than me? Does it matter in the grand scheme of things? Because I mean, last time I checked, whether you do well or you don't do well on a test, we live in the greatest country in the world at the greatest time ever in human history. We can be whatever we want to be. We can go be a doctor. We can go be a lawyer. We can go be a teacher. We can do, and there's no test that says this is what you have to do. Like,
All right, now Zach, wait, hang on. All right, I'm going to say something that's going to sound incredibly mean and insensitive towards people.
towards people. Oh,
I'm not hurt feelings. I want you to. How many years have you been in education?
this is, I think, 21 or 22.
Okay, so a good 2 decades worth of
Yes.
a cornucopia, if you will, of plethora of
A
different
potpourri.
potpourri, different types of learners and kids, and just skill levels, intelligence levels. You're going to sit here and tell me that any kid can be a brain surgeon, and that includes a lot of those kids that I know that you and I have both taught in the same class. And I want you to think about that for a second.
I'm going to give you two answers. I'm going to give you one answer for sure. Yes, they can. Listen, yes, they can. Once.
Zero, because you can't pass that test, because those standardized tests, those are a lot different than the test just to be able to hold that bone saw in order to cut that arm off. You're not anything. You think you want to be a doctor? That's not happening, Zach. Those kids aren't going to be doctors. And that's okay. They don't have to be.
ChatGPT says they can,
No,
because they have the answers.
No. ChatGPT might lie in some instances.
Oh my gosh! Should I cut this right here? Yep, go ahead. Sounds good. It's good.
No, bad idea. Is the body alive or not? I mean, I think they missed that prompt on chat. So I think there's jobs for everybody. I think there's skill levels for everybody. I don't like a test that measures. It's like that little cartoon of, you've got the cat, you've got the goldfish in the bowl, you've got the monkey, you've got the elephant, and all these different animals. And one guy goes, "All right, we're going to test all you guys how to climb this tree." Yeah, they're all animals, but they're all not going to be able to climb that tree.
Right.
And that, to me, I mean, I'm not even being sarcastic. That is like the epitome of education. So that's test. That's our standardized test. And I know we give modifications for kids who need it, and we give accommodations for kids who need it. It's not conducive, and it's at the worst time of the year because everybody's ready to go. And whatever idiot decided that algebra needs to have their EOC as freshmen.
Right.
I want to find you, and I want to have a very, very confrontational conversation. Because we have kids that have, and everybody has kids in their districts who have came through middle school, Zach, and they didn't pass anything, especially math, because for whatever reason, we decided that communist math was the way to go. We stopped teaching kids, like recall. So that way, when you ask kids 7 times 8, they're just like, I need my calculator here. No, you don't. It's okay. You can memorize that. And then you can learn the why it's 7 times 8 works. Anyway, so we took away those things. Kids can fail math. They can fail forward, fail forward, fail forward. Keep passing. And then all of a sudden, guess what happens to them? They show up as ninth graders. They've never been held accountable. They keep getting passed because of social promotion. And now they have to take the EOC. And what does this affect? Well, Johnny, let's tell you. It affects your school's test scores, first wave of test scores that you get to produce as a student here. Guess what? It is math. And we know that you're probably going to suck at it because if you failed, you're not going to do well. So you're going through, hi, Kevin, I'm on a rant, so I can't stop.
He's on a 10-minute tirade.
Yep, that's right. So
let him.
They're going to keep failing.
Yeah.
And that now all of a sudden it's like, hey, you have to pass this. Oh, hey, we're also testing to see. Now, you might have like an algebra A, algebra B, or a foundations class, which is good because then they can have that year of, hey, this is reality. Hey, wake up. You have to pass. But all of a sudden it's like, hey, you can fail, and then you're trying to convince kids and they don't believe you. And I mean that whole hand of God. You have to pass or you have to retake this. What? I've been telling you like all year, dude. You will have to do this. Well, I'll just do it online. It's okay. You're still going to, and then when you fail the next course because you probably cheated or whatever, then you're going to have to take that one again. So you're just wasting your time. Just pay attention. I'll help you. You will not pass if you put in like that much effort. So I think it's a really terrible idea that we do that to kids. I just, it irks me to no end. And I know I just went on this long rant. You're right. And I mean, this is for the bottom of my heart. I hate it for these kids because it affects, now I want to get serious about maybe going to college or trade school. And my A+ is totally screwed because I scored terrible on the EOC as a freshman when I didn't know, or, I'm trained that I don't have to pass and take things serious. Okay. And if we want to do anything in education at the state level, at the federal level, whatever, get rid of social promotion for the love of everything holy. Let your kids fail. It's okay. It's okay. Because when they hit bottom and the rock hits them in the face, then they go, oh, I think I better take this serious. Yeah.
So are we going to have, and I think us as educators, we would like to have accountability. You know what I mean? Like we can only do so much. We can present the material, but just like in the real world, what's the incentive? So I guess my question is, Chris, is that, so are you going to be okay with the 16-year-old being in class with the 9-year-old because the 16-year-old can't pass second grade or whatever grade?
I think at that point, I think at that point it's kind of like this. It's like, okay, well, you get to a certain point. Now it's you're a manual labor kind of guy, or you go in workforce because school maybe isn't your thing, or we look for everybody looks for like alternate methods to policing and things, so that way, okay, we want to eliminate violence. How about this? How about alternate methods to teaching? Like you're not a gen ed kid because you can't. Okay, Zach, we spend money on the most stupidest things. How about professional development? Tell me more about how much you enjoy PD days and how much they cost. And we can find programs that will do this and actually help these kids. And if they get to the point where they've gone through and it still doesn't, hey, we tried. Now you have no high school education. You tried the alternate, but you didn't get it. And I'm sure there's people who are smarter than me who can come up with ideas to find ways to put these kids into society and make sure that they're not like human wastelands. Let's try to do that instead of the other crap.
I think you have to look at it and say, okay, what's the end goal? Like, what's the goal? All right, what is the goal for education? Okay, and so are we worried, Chris? How much algebra 1, algebra 2, college algebra are you? And it's not, and I get it. We have this conversation. We have this conversation with the kids about, when am I ever going to need this? And we say, you may not, but it is the critical thinking part that helps develop your brain. That ends that discussion, right? That, hey, your brain, as Chris likes to say every other show, they don't have fully developed frontal lobes. And so that's part of it. But what can we pare down? Because I would argue that I want my child to be able to read, and I don't. And I'm sorry, nationally who does all the sight word stuff, and I get it that we're the children on hooked for phonics and all, hooked on phonics work for us and all
Nobody
that.
does that anymore.
And that's the problem, Chris. That's the reason why kids are graduating high school that are 18, 19 years old and have a second grade reading level. And so to me, I'm a high school social studies teacher. Would I love to teach about American history? Yes. But if my kids can't read, me giving you any type of question regarding American history is moot. If you need to learn how to read first, and then go from there. That's going to help develop. And if it takes you that long, 18 years to figure that out, I think that's what you should be doing. And when you talk about promotion, Chris, I think that's how you get promoted. You have to have, you have to be, we'll use the educational term proficient, but you have to be able to, you're going to read every day of your life. You're reading every day of your life.
At the end of the day, if you don't hold these guys accountable when they're young and teach them, like, listen, first off, it is a law that you have to have a third grade reading level in order to pass the third grade. So somebody is probably not maybe doing something there if we have kids that keep moving on. And the other part of it is, well, I don't want to deal with that kid. I get it. But at the same time, we're just letting kids go through the cracks here. I know me and Zach have occupied this because we were on first. You guys had other things to do. Jarvis, welcome to the show.
So, all right. So before we get into, we wanted to bring this up.
Yeah,
I wanted to bring this up. So, a couple things.
Bring it up.
Kevin, and I know, Kevin, you have responded, but why, if I'm gonna go to a game, basketball game, football game, it doesn't matter. I'm paying money, and it's not sold out. Matter of fact, it's not even halfway. It may not even be a third of the way sold out. Okay. And I had to buy this nosebleed ticket, but I see all these seats that are closer, that are empty. Why can I not move down and be allowed to? Because I'm here. You already got my money for my ticket. I'm going to go spend money on food and drink and maybe whatever else. Let me go down and move everybody down. That way, at least if it is televised, you got the front level or the lowest level filled. I don't get it. Move down.
At what point do you allow them to move down? Or what inning?
Honestly, probably after the second inning. That's going to be a good 45 minutes. A good 40. And again, if somebody says, "Hey, you're sitting in my seat," and I would have said, "You got here an hour late." Again, there's plenty of other open seats. Find someplace else.
Finders keepers. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But no, it's there at some point. And I'll be honest with you, Zach, I've gone to a game. It's been half full. I've bought the higher up seats.
Yeah.
I just moved down at about the third or fourth inning and generally go into a big open area. I really have never had it. As long as you pretend like you were supposed to be there and you're not trying to sneak around, you don't look like a teenager trying to get away with something.
I got a really good story about this, but keep going.
So I said it. Chris said it needs to be the fifth inning. No, I said second inning. You're not there by the second inning. Shouldn't be there. Chris, what was your argument when I said that? Say it.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah, it was because maybe there's other reasons why they couldn't make it, traffic, and you're like, well, that's just like telling the kids that if they make school on time, leave early. Well, that's exactly what I would tell them to do. Leave earlier, make sure you're on time. That's what I do.
But if we only had these things in our pockets that would tell us if there's traffic issues on the way or things. What are those?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Oh, if they were to leave earlier, like the reason we have adults that show up to things in the fifth inning is because we allowed kids to show up in third hour. It's just no.
So
One of the best. Sorry, Jarvis. One of the
You go
best
ahead.
memories. One of the best memories I have with Dad is the one year that we got season tickets. We were there. It was Gary Gaetti was playing for the Cardinals, right? And we waited through two different rain delays. And I mean, it was probably after midnight. It could have been after 1:00 by the time they finished this game. And they even came on the loudspeaker and said, "Everybody come on down." And it was the coolest thing in the world because there might have been 3,000 of us that finished the game. And it was so quiet, I guess, if you want to use that term. You could hear the players talking to each other and you could hear people from one side to the other. It was just really, really neat to go through that. And I'm like, well, it's a shame, it's 2 rain delays to ever have an opportunity to sit in these seats.
So when Roger Clemens got his 300th win, okay, so I went to New York. Well, this was with my first wife, but anyway, that I won't ruin the story by talking about that. But so we go, and we go with another couple, and there was one. We didn't get tickets to Roger Clemens' 300th. And then we had tickets to the other 2 games out of the 3. And me and the other husband were going to one of the games, just me and him. And the girls were going to go shopping. They were going to Chinatown. They were going to, do all that. So me and Paul, that was his name, we go to the game. And we are super, super nosebleeds, man. I mean, whoop. And it's old Yankee Stadium. And we're up there and we're scoping out some seats. Like, we're like, dude, we are not staying up here, man. This is horrible, So it was about 4th inning, probably 3rd or 4th inning. We keep seeing these 2 seats way down there, like in the green seats. And we're like, man, no one's there by about 4th inning. What do you think? And Paul's like, let's do it. So we sat there, we watched. It's like, what are they going to do? They're going to throw us out? I mean, he goes, we're only coming to New York to watch the Yankees Cardinals like one time in our life, probably. He goes, let's do it. Let's go. So we went down there. They didn't check nothing. They didn't check our tickets, nothing. We walked down, plopping them 2 seats, and you got waitress and everything at these seats. And the 2 guys that are sitting next to us start talking to us. They're like, are you guys from St. Louis? And we're like, yeah. And I got a Scott Rowland jersey on. I forget what Paul has on, but I wore my Scott Rowland jersey all 3 nights of the games. I'm like, I'm repping this jersey the whole time. They're like, dude, that's so cool. So they ended up buying us like 2 or 3 beers, these New Yorkers, because they thought it was so awesome that we came all the way from St. Louis, got hotels, planned this a year in advance and did all this stuff. And dude, they just sat there and BS with us the whole entire game. It was awesome. And we were like 10 or 15 rows off. They had a section of seats where you could not go to. And we were right past those. Mm-hmm. And there was 2 open seats. And later on, they finally asked us, how'd you guys even get these seats? And we're like, well, we didn't. We just saw they were open. So we just came down here and they're like, oh, we were wondering because that's so-and-so's usually these seats. And I go, yeah, we just figured we only coming one time. So why not? And I mean, we had time of our lives. It was awesome.
You know what you could do is you could just have all these sections and turn them into basically general admission sections with certain perks. Mm-hmm. Like if you go to this section, you get any seat, first come, first serve. So that way you fill the bottom rows of the section up, right? And say, instead of it being like, okay, where Jarvis talking about you have the waitresses and things like that, it's like, okay, but if you get to move into this area here, it's like you get maybe like free refills on sodas or 3 free refills. I don't know, just get some kind of perk to get people to. But then it's after a certain inning, you're going to open things up, And now instead of the waitresses, the only way you get the waitresses is if you actually have the ticket.
Right.
So that way people don't get to take advantage. And I'm not saying I think it's cool that you got to, but I mean, if you're looking for ways to cut costs or whatever, I mean, I think it looks better on TV when you got a full, behind, at least the lower bowl. Let's just say the lower bowl behind the home plate.
Well, we didn't know how New Yorkers. We didn't know how New Yorkers would treat us as Cardinal fans. Like, even in the subway, dude, people were cool as could be. Like, you from St. Louis? We'll be like, yeah. We're like, yeah.
They don't see a lot of people from Missouri up there.
And we're all like, me and Paul are like, oh shit, should we answer this? We're like, yeah. They're like, man, that's so cool. You guys came all the way up to watch. We're kicking your ass because they beat us all. Right, yeah. Oh, Scott Rowland, man, he's a good third baseman. He playing very good this weekend, But I mean, it was really cool how they're a lot like Cardinal fans in the aspect of they just respect the game, and they talked a lot of baseball. The people that were down in that section were cool, man. And we just, it was a good time. It was a good time.
So I mean, I think they should be able to move down. I think we're all in pretty much agreement of that. Now, we might differ from the when and the how and everything else, but I think that's a pretty good idea. Speaking of Cardinals, when we come back from this commercial break
today,
you can't win them all. And probably won't win 91 of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, have they been close to a 91 lately? No.
No. I mean,
still on pace.
They're on a very good pace.
Yeah, but it's a long season, guys. And like the Kentucky Derby, you might not make it to the end where you want to be, even though you started out really good. So when we come back, we'll talk about that. Are they for real? Are they for fake? Are they for fun? Or is, what are we waiting on here with the Cardinals? So we come back, we'll talk about it. You watch Coach's Box.
I'm an action hero, and like in every epic chase scene, there's no way I'm getting away without hitting a fire hydrant. Or driving through a fruit stand. 1, 2. Woo! Looking good. Road closed? Not today. Get Allstate, because mayhem is everywhere.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
It's Between Takes with Daikin and Dave Mars.
Good. All right, next set up.
Hey, Dave, we got another question about energy savings. And this is a good one.
Yeah, efficiency is so important.
Didn't you just talk with Daikin about this?
They said energy efficiency is the key to a happy marriage. She gets the temperature, I get the savings.
Good to know. I'll tell them to check with their local Daikin dealer.
All right, back to one.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com. Check out Elite Collectibles, now at 2 locations. Our Arnold store focuses on Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and other trading cards plus tournaments. Our Imperial location offers a little mix of everything, including sports and trading cards for all collectors. And don't forget, we host consignment auctions every Tuesday. Stop by, hang out, and see what you can pull at Elite Collectibles, now with an Arnold location and an Imperial location. If you love sports at every level, there's only one place to be. Gateway Sports covers it all. Preps, college, and the pros. Real coverage, real voices, real passion for the game. From live shows to podcasts, Gateway Sports connects the region like nobody else. Proudly powered by First Form and Recalibrate.com. Visit gatewaysports.net. Every level, one gateway.
Everybody, welcome back to the Coach's Box Call Like I See It podcast. If you're watching our show, you're watching us either live on Facebook. Well, you could be watching us on YouTube. You could be watching us on X or on Twitch. And, shout out to Miss Psycho Kitty on Twitch. We got a Twitch follower watching. Feel free to follow the show. And if you like our show, you can go back on YouTube and check all of our old episodes out. I would say Facebook, but Facebook decided they needed space. Maybe they have a data center going in somewhere over there. I don't know.
That's
So
too close to home for Kevin and me. Come on, Chris.
Hey,
that's too close to home.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
you
just
should know it's national news.
I know. I think it's great. I'm like, wow, look, hey, Festus is here on Twitter. This is awesome. There's all kinds of memes and reels and things going on. It's like, wow, it's making it famous. You guys should have been right. Did you go to the meetings and stuff too?
No, all I know is the data center has already created 4 new jobs.
Wow.
It's already paying off.
Yeah.
Is it affecting the water anywhere? Are you guys losing like your life source or your anything because there's a data center? I don't know.
Like,
I think they're interesting.
So like the photo from Back to the Future where they just they're fading away.
Yeah. Listen, according to Avengers Endgame, that Back to the Future was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I think
it wasn't correct.
Mm-hmm.
I'm uphill from the data center, so I should be okay, right?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
That just means you get the toxic fumes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you get the worst water pressure because you're uphill.
Yeah.
That's
without the data center.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Well,
anyway.
You think they must create a lot of jobs? I mean, it's supposed to. I have no idea. But what I do know is there's not a whole lot of money that was being spent by the Cardinals, as apparently these data centers are on building, their stuff, because the Cardinals have kind of not spent any money in the offseason. Mozeliak says he's gone. Goodbye. Everybody's happy about it. Yay, good job. Thanks. You were great at trading for relief pitchers and washed up superstars.
Say guys past their prime, but giving them prime money,
Yes, yeah. I mean, top, tier 2 level money, not big spenders, except on really terrible contracts, but whatever. Now we have Chaim Bloom, and he did some interesting stuff. We got rid of literally everybody that we signed who was big money. And we have what's our ranking in overall salary? That's one thing I didn't look up. I was going to, but I was anyway. But we literally have one of the lowest payrolls in all of baseball, and somehow we're 2.5 games out of first place in the Central
team as well. I think
so. Things can only go up.
Well, I mean, technically, at this moment, they could actually go down because we're.
I'm talking about salary.
Getting I mean, they could actually cut more players that actually make money.
They are currently 23rd.
There are 30 teams in baseball, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They are ahead of the Nationals, and the White Sox are the 2 most large market teams that they're in front of. The highest, if I'm reading this correctly, the highest paid player on this year's payroll is Nolan Arenado.
What's he doing this year for us? Zach, what's he doing?
Playing for somebody else.
He cleared room for Gorman to play third.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with that. It's about time. But the Cardinals possess a 21-14 record. They are 2.5 games out of the Central behind the Chubs. And There's no teams with a losing record in the NL Central right now. They did lose today to the Boo Crew, but they put up one heck of a fight with the Dodgers, that's for sure. Matter of fact, they took 2 out of 3, did they not?
Yeah, they won the series. Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't put up a fight; they won the series.
Well, I mean, they obviously put up
Dodgers put up a fight.
The Dodgers are kind of like, oh well, we're just going to kind of put in cruise control until we get close to the playoffs.
Well, they don't like to be first place because they don't do so well when they're first place in their division.
I mean, that is not a false statement whatsoever. But they did win the series against the division leading and World Series champion Dodgers. I mean, they're right there. I mean, if the playoffs start today, they're in it. And they've got some guys that are having some timely hitting. The question that everybody keeps saying is can they keep this up? Can they keep winning? Is this just a facade?
Kevin, go first because Kevin has
to go first.
Yes.
They are on pace, and I've done the math. Well, Google Gemini did the math, but they are on pace.
See, Chris? See? Thank you, Kevin, for proving my point about our topic before he ever got on the show.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Just shut up. I want to hear this. No.
They are on pace for 95 wins. And they are going to keep that pace throughout summer. You may not believe them. I think this offense is for real. The pitching is the one that really has to kind of prove itself.
Wait till we get Newt Bar in this offense. We're even going to go off.
I don't even know if I like that idea.
Consider that. Why don't? And again, it's just the phrase: never fool with a winning streak.
But it's not a winning streak.
I said it's just a phrase.
No,
the fact that they're winning, the fact that the guys are there.
You didn't emphasize that it was a phrase that much. You just
offensively speaking, nothing's broken. So let's not break it. So we have to fix it later.
If Newt comes back and he's healthy, you slide Church over to center and you put Newt out and left, and you Victor Scott.
Why?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
With our
you
pitching,
trade Newt Bar.
Nope.
With our pitching, you need elite defense.
Yep.
And Church is elite.
And Victor Scott.
Is better than elite. Then.
Yes.
I'd rather have elite defense,
but I can't stand watching
defense center.
He's batting like $160.
Listen, Newt Bar. The outfield's not the issue. It's figuring out what we're doing at catching.
I know it's not the issue, but if you're gonna keep Newt Bar, you got to play him. You ain't gonna sit him on the bench. And the only way to get him in the lineup,
Kevin, there you go. You got a believer right here that Miss Psycho Kitty believes they can keep this pace up too. So there you go. There's 2 of you out there right now. There's 2 of you.
And I every time you say her name, it's just I chuckle. I love it.
Well, I mean, you are at Jughead 67. So
I'll ask this: what's it going to take for you guys to believe?
The pitching.
Yeah. The relief.
The pitching.
Yeah.
The pitching.
The thing that I'm
pitching.
sold on right now is the closer. O'Brien is doing an excellent job. You're going to have to get some relief. I still think you're going to have to get a 4 and a 5. Now, saying that, the last several weeks, you have had the starters go 5+, have some quality starts as well, which I think they need to change the rule. If you make a quality start, that needs to go down to 5 now, 5 innings. The way that
you bar lowering fool.
I thought a quality start was 5 innings.
No, it's 6.
No, it's 6 innings, 3 earned runs or fewer.
Yeah,
quality start.
I think it needs to be 5. It's not the pitcher's fault that he's getting. Tell Snell that in the World Series. Was it his fault?
100. Yeah, don't throw 100 pitches through 5 innings.
But
learn how to throw the ball in low. Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They're throwing 75 to 85.
Okay, now wait. When they do that and the manager pulls them,
that's
there
what
is
I'm
nothing
saying.
that hurts me.
That's what
okay,
I'm
but
saying.
then Zach, I'm talking about the guys who sit there and just light up all around the strike zone like they're the guy trying to win the stuffed animal after they've had a couple of shooter shots in the truck heading over to the carnival with their girlfriend, and they can't hit anything. They've hit the guy who's the carny running the thing. That's what they look like out there. Okay,
I'm not saying they're not. Those guys
100 pitches through 5 innings. Get out of here.
And those guys, listen, which isn't as bad when you do the math, because in baseball you want 15 pitches or less. Kevin, you can kind of confirm this on the softball side of things, but that's not that bad when you say you don't want stack up too many 20 plus pitch innings, but you have one here or there. Chris, I'm going to be honest with you. I think a lot of that probably has to come down to analytics, and I think it comes down to money. If we can sit here and say, hey, Chris, you're this pitcher, but we have to consistently take you out in the 5th and you can't go 6-7 innings, why would we pay you? Why would we pay you? There you go, right?
6-7.
Yeah. Why? So you lose your arbitration case. We get you on the cheap for longer. So as we say, everything comes back to money anyway. So that would be probably part of it as well, which is why I think they need to lower.
One of the biggest part of it is the analytics. It's the third time through the order rule,
right?
Where the batting averages third time through the order shoot up.
Mm-hmm.
They do,
because you're not pitching. There's no art form to pitching and locating. It's just maximum effort all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. I've seen this. I've seen it. Okay, third time through. You mean to tell me that that pitchers nowadays, with all the stuff in their bag and how to throw pitches, they can't figure out how to get a guy out 3 times when it's I want the 3 true outcomes of baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get the hit, you get the strikeout, or get the walk. And these clowns are trying to hit it over the fence. So the universal on base percentage or batting average or whatever you would statistically look at is lower. Hell, it's stupid. Okay, I'll take my chances. I'm the best pitcher on the team. I should be getting out to get these guys out the 3rd time. That's bull. That is bull. And you know what? Maybe when they have this strike in a couple years or a year and a half or next year, whenever it is, I hope they say, "Oh, we're not doing that anymore. Let's change this. We can go over 100 pitches. We're not a bunch of wusses out here. Come on." Stupid.
Okay, but again, if you are a top tier pitcher. Hey, you mean to tell me I'm going to make $35-40 million a year and I don't have to throw 100 pitches each game? Where do I sign up? And they're
not paying them like that, except the very, very, very top guys. Everybody looks at that one big contract, and you're not getting that. Those other guys, Zach, it is. Everybody says that. But they look at the very top. We're talking about the 4% of Major League Baseball. Everybody else is not making that money.
But
now pitchers aren't a premium. Okay, Zach, I'm just telling you. No, everybody wants the money.
Come back to reality.
Right,
who do they cater to? They always cater to the top tier players.
Path of least resistance.
So, Chris, you're not really arguing about the outcomes of when pitchers are removed. You're arguing about the symptoms and why they got there in the first place. You're not arguing that pitchers get pulled in the 5th inning. You're arguing because pitchers can't pitch. They throw. That's what you're arguing.
Hey, Soriano the other day, and I was sitting there watching with Ethan, and I made the comment to him. I said, how are you a professional pitcher and a professional pitcher on a winning team, and you are missing your spot by 2 feet? Catcher was sitting up low, and he hit. He was here, and that pitch was out of the camera. Like, how are you a professional pitcher?
If you have one that slips, that's one thing. But if you are just consistently all over the place, like it's like you're CB Buckner trying to call a strike zone. No, you're not a pitcher. You're just a thrower. Go up there. It's like. Do you want guys that are shooters in basketball, or do you want makers?
Right.
I want makers, not guys just chuck it at the goal and
but Chris,
averages.
Okay, Chris, how many makers are there in MLB. How many pitchers? That's the thing in the past. Greg Maddux is not coming out of retirement. Greg Maddux doesn't. We've said this. He doesn't make the show in this era.
I can tell you where this problem is right now.
Where would Greg Maddux be with this pitch? No, he would be in trouble right now.
No, he wouldn't be. He would never have. You know where he'd be?
He wouldn't have gotten out of high school.
He would be where Kurt Warner was at the Piggly Wiggly, because
Ivy.
Whatever. My point is, he's not even getting drafted. He's not getting drafted. He's not a 5'9" pitcher that throws 85 as a right-hander at that, isn't even getting a sniff. He's probably not even going D1.
This issue, that's what I'm saying. He's this issue comes back to a bunch, and it happens is at 12 and under, and I've seen it because I've been at tournaments recently with this, where you've got dads with pocket radars at 12 and under.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we doing? I was like, does it even go to register that? No, it doesn't.
We're seeing how fast they can throw, Kevin.
Well, yeah, well, I don't care how fast you throw a ball for. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Weston can throw.
Is it faster than how long it takes him to run to first base?
He can throw 15 miles an hour at 4 years old.
We've got scouts lined up in the SEC in the Florida League.
So this problem is not solved at the major league level. This problem is solved over a generation.
He still might wear a diaper now and then, but he can really fling that thing, baby.
But okay, Kevin, it's the same thing that we've seen with basketball. It's the same thing that we've seen with contact days and all of the drama in our 20 plus years of teaching in our career. How we've seen, because excess. We live in the greatest country in the world, greatest time, but we also live in a place where excess is king. And so Greg Maddux and hitting corners is obsolete. Give me the guy. This is what Major League Baseball is saying. Give me the guy that's throwing 103. I'll take him till he needs Tommy John, and then I'll get the next guy that throws 103. That's baseball now.
Until they can't defer all these contracts that they keep signing these pitchers to. Like right now, the Dodgers are going to be, whatever. I don't even know how they're
already filing bankruptcy in 2040. That's what they're doing right now.
Yes. And it's crazy too when we look at like McGreevy's been the best pitcher for the Cardinals. His ERA is under 3. Mm-hmm. He gets outs. He doesn't walk hardly anyway. He's only got 8 walks on the year, compared to 28 hits given up. He's got the lowest walks per 9 innings, and analytically he's terrible.
Yes.
Analytically, he's a terrible pitcher. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. What do you want from a guy? Do you like, he can throw 100, but he's all over the place. You're gonna get a quality start probably out of the guy if you give him a little bit of help behind him. I don't understand this way of thinking. It's like, again, I'm on a rant about this. The whole thing about baseball that drives me nuts is like they put the best hitter in the top 2 spots. Why? So they can get hits. And then everybody else behind him gets out. Why not have a couple of dudes in front of that guy who can mash it? You drive in a crooked number instead of a small number. Does it make sense?
Well, the rationale is
it doesn't. No, you cannot convince me.
I know, but I'm going to give you the rationale. Would you rather Shohei Ohtani have 400 at bats, or would you rather him have 600 at bats? Because that's
how many runs am I scoring? How many runs am I scoring?
Probably the same amount in those 2 numbers.
When he has 200 extra at bats, how many more home runs is he hitting? And then how many more jersey sales are they making?
Because at the end of the day, he has to drive in runs for you to win. He has to have people. You have ducks on the pond. Do you want to get the pitchers out of you talk about getting to the pitchers early? Well, when they have stress on them and they're out of the stretch and they got to worry about the running game, I'm sorry, that puts pressure on the pitcher. Now he's got to make sure that guy doesn't take off, because I can only step off twice. That's it.
Mhm.
Okay, so now if that guy takes off and I miss my pitch, he's going to kill it. And now instead of him getting on base and then somebody not picking him up and he's out there left on base, now he's driving in runs. That's to me. I don't understand this. You can't for the life of me. I have tried to understand how you can say, "Oh, we want our best hitter to hit first or second, like our power hitter to hit first or second. What we can get them extra at bats so they can hit what solo home runs. Whoop-de-doo. Everybody else who can do that too, they're going to be right there with you. Crooked numbers, they get into the bullpen. You put pressure on the pitchers. You drive in more runs. You win more games. What? There is no possible way that anybody, I don't care. Yeah, you had to give me this whole layout spreadsheet. I need the dude from Moneyball, whatever Jonah Hill's character actually
Right.
is in real life, to talk to me and say, "Here's how this works." I will never, ever, ever in my freaking life think that Shohei Ohtani, the best, he's going through a really crappy slump.
I was gonna say,
Probably
he is bad right now.
Yeah, the best baseball player could possibly be of the second half of my life, and you want to hit him first? Or Judge hit second? No. They hit 3 or 4 like baseball's supposed to be.
But
Sorry.
baseball, again, I had this conversation with Ethan just the other day. It's not what baseball's supposed to be anymore because it's all about calculators and math equations. Because again,
that math doesn't work.
What is the on-base percentage? Is it where it has been when we grew up in the 90s and the 80s and 90s? And no, it's not. So again, those best players who do either hit quote for average, because that's not even a thing anymore, or on-base percentage, or at least hit multiple home runs, that's why they're there, because the other dudes aren't hitting.
Okay, so even if the guys aren't hitting, and anybody who wants to jump in on this, please do. Tell me if I get guys who get on base, whether they're hitting or whether they're getting hit or whether they're walking. Why, for the love of God, is that person not hitting first or second? If they're not a power slugging guy, which means if my guys are hitting or getting on base and if they have a high slugging percentage, so they're home runs, doubles, extra base hits, they're not just hitting singles. Why do I want them on with nobody who can do that behind them? Because if the guys behind them can't hit for extra bases, the guy on second is probably going to stay on second and the inning turns over because strikeout, ground out. Over. You left him out there. Sorry, that guy doesn't hit. So I want the guys who get on base, and then I have that guy come up, which means 1 or 2 guys in front of him.
So should the Cardinals have someone else batting second then?
Or batting leadoff? I was like, where are you at with Wetherholt?
I'm fine with Wetherholt because he can steal bases. We don't have at the end of the day. How is he going to be a leadoff hitter?
I'm not saying Herrera should be the leadoff hitter. I'm saying he's batting second and he hits doubles and he mashes home runs and we got him batting second.
I'd put him third. If he's your best, Burleson's fine in the 3 hole. Herrera, to me, it's like he's not gonna leg out a damn double consistently.
Yeah. I think Burley's a better 2-hitter than a 3-hitter. That's just me, though.
And I'm back and forth. We really don't have a guy who's the old traditional 3-hitter.
Oh, 3-hitter?
No,
should be Walker.
Walker's the guy. Walker should be hitting 3 every time, in my opinion.
Herrera's a cleanup hitter. He's a 4.
If you had it the old style,
actually, he's a
when
5,
we watch, what should happen is you should have Mason Wynn leading off, Wetherholt in number 2, Walker in 3, Gorman in 4, Herrera in 5, Victor Scott 9, and then whoever else you want 6, 7, and
in
8.
between.
Pages,
You can Gorman.
Pages getting hit 4. I'd rather the pitcher hit than Pages sometimes.
Herrera's already got 10 doubles. You said he doesn't leg out doubles. He's got 10 of them.
I didn't say consistently.
You did,
but if he's,
you said he's gonna, he doesn't leg them out consistently. He's got 10 already.
His whole damn career. Okay.
You need to lay out a whole spreadsheet in front of him. He said it.
That's what it was, a whole spreadsheet.
Go get him.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, okay, Jason, you're right. I'm wrong. Okay. There.
No, I'm just saying he's got 10 this year.
Right. Wait, okay. Good. I was wrong. I didn't look up his stats like I should have. I didn't do show research.
Question.
It's fine.
What's a good, and for you, what would be defined as a quality or good on base percentage? What's your number? Because you're talking about you got to have all these guys on base, so you can have the traditional Judge or Shohei batting third, fourth. In your opinion, what's a good on base?
380.
Man, you got
380.
Yeah,
okay, you ready for that?
380.
You know how many people in all of baseball have a 380 or better? 35.
Tony Gwynn, but he's
30. No. 35 guys. So again, Chris, I'm telling you, the players that you're thinking about are back in the 90s or back in the 80s.
So they're not any good today.
They don't exist.
So they're not
anymore.
any good. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying it's a different game than what we grew up on.
Okay. So let me get this straight. I have no problem in debating this with anybody, and I don't care if I hurt feelings. And I might be wrong. It's fine. I just admitted I was wrong before. Okay. Herrera is a doubles machine. Like, he is the best damn doubles hitter of all time. Okay. It's fine. Okay.
He's the new Matt. He's the new Matt Carpenter.
He's the new Matt Carpenter before he decided he was going to be a home run hitter. Okay. So you've got, you said 35 guys?
35 guys with an on-base percentage.
Basically won a team, basically.
So basically won a team.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is, since everybody's like, on-base percentage is the stat. It's batting average is so, 1995. It's got to be this, because this goes towards your WAR and other crap that doesn't, whatever, that nobody even knows how to calculate, like earned run average or quarterback rating. Mm-hmm. So you're telling me that only 35 guys, and that's the stat that everybody wants in baseball, right? Mm-hmm. That's what everybody's looking at. Hell, they'll put OPS on there. I don't even know what the guy's batting average is on games. I'm like, what's he hitting?
Oh, I don't know,
but
I think that's what nobody knows is OPS.
Well, okay, well, then nobody knows how to figure OPS, but it's what they throw up there. Mm-hmm. So what? Again, how many of those guys have a high OPS? Mm-hmm. What does that even entail, people? Nobody knows, and it's like, oh, well, this is what we need. So again, on-base percentage is probably the best thing because it's the walks, it's the hits. Okay. Ben Rice is leading baseball with a 455 on-base percentage. Yep. Yeah, I would want him to be the guy who's hitting second. I just need a dude who can put pressure on the pitcher. I still believe, with the fact that they've made bases bigger, and you have the times that you can throw over, limited. How in the hell is nobody trying to steal more bases? And now you put guys in scoring position, and then you have the guys that can actually hit doubles. Herrera, he's a machine. He's hitting guys in, and now he's on second, and he replaced the guy he just drove in, and now you've got your best hitter up there. So you've already put one across, and now here you go. You're going to have somebody else and now you get that crooked number. Mm-hmm. How are you not winning more games? How are you not getting guys more stats? And everybody's going for stats and things like that. To me, the math doesn't work putting those guys in the top two spots. Those guys need to be hitting 3 and 4 and mashing the damn ball over the fence, get you some doubles, but put the guy who's the double hitter in the 2 spot.
Who's currently leading the Cardinals in OBP? Who's the
Cardinals
leader in OBP?
I'm going to assume out. No, I think it's Walker.
Is what?
Walker.
Is it Herrera?
Herrera is. He's got 410.
415.
Is he?
He's at 410. 410.
He's
doubles machine.
And then Jordan Walker's at 380. So out of those 35, the Cardinals have
he's
2.
10th in the league. Ivan Herrera is by what I just looked up.
So
yeah.
So I mean, they're getting production. They're top 4 guys in on base percentage. Herrera at 4. This is old stats, so I'm just going off of what was before today's game. Yeah, Herrera at 410, Walker 377, Wetherholt 360, Mason Wynn 357. Then you got Burleson 349. I mean, that's good. It's not. In my opinion, I'm like Kevin. I like 380. Maybe we're just shooting for the moon here, but
380, 380 is an elite season, I think, these days in OBP. 350 is a really good season.
Wow, Wilson Contreras rounds out the top 25 at 388.
How are the Red Sox doing?
Well, I think their coaches are looking for jobs.
Well, they're on Indeed right now.
Maybe they can join our city council.
ZipRecruiter.
Is Mike Cook one of those council members?
No.
Oh my gosh!
No, you guys. What's it matter? It's all public knowledge.
No, I'll save it for that.
Yeah.
I mean, so final thoughts, guys. I mean, we went on the little sidebar
talking
here.
About going back, trying to reel this thing in, trying to go back.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes before we got to go to a break.
Okay, I still don't. I think it's young enough on the season. JJ, they don't have the book out on him. We'll see what happens when he goes through maybe a prolonged slump. Like Kevin said, I think the offense is doing well. I just don't think it's sustainable with the bullpen. Watching the Cardinals games with the bullpen is like watching a high school baseball game in late innings. You're like, just please get through. Just somebody hit it to somebody. You know, you just never know. But I don't know, what is it, May? Let's see where they're at come June. You know, maybe Father's Day. See, because they're going to go through a tough stretch now. I mean, this next few weeks is going to be pretty tough. They were talking about that on the radio this morning.
Jarvis, what's your thoughts
on the Cardinals in general?
No, I mean, we weren't. Yeah,
I just.
Chris, you remember that beginning part of the show? There we go.
I'm worried about the pitching and the. I'm just worried about the starters. We need to add 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about the relievers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not worried about our closer. I'm not worried about JJ Romero, but gosh, that one that starts with an S, whatever the heck. I hate when he comes in, long-haired, curly. Yeah. Every time he comes in, I'm like,
Evanson?
Yes. Stanek, yes.
Stanek, Ryan Stanek?
Yeah.
He's terrible.
God, every time he comes in, I just go, "Oh, great! Now we're going to lose the lead, or it's going to be, real interesting."
We'll blow it in the ninth.
No, it's just like, well, we're going to have to use O'Brien again. His arm's going to fall off before halfway through the year because he's being used all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been known to overuse some bullpen because we don't have others.
Okay, all right. And I know the Dodgers, however many years ago, kind of used that IR or IL or whatever to their advantage. And they got, okay, if you've got some guys in AAA, AA, whatever, that are just throwing BBs and they're already on the 40-man, why can't you just say, hey, you know what, Stanek, you're struggling. We're gonna put you on IR for a week or 2. We're gonna bring this guy up. He's doing well. Play a hot hand. Hey, we're going to bring you – you're a relief pitcher. You mean to tell me you're a professional athlete, professional pitcher, you can't get 3 outs and just because you jump from AAA to pros? Like, come on now. You can get 3. You can get – when nobody's hitting 300 or hardly anybody ever hits 300 anymore, I mean, you're as a pitcher, you're set up for success. And you already throw 100. Go up, get some outs. Like, go get some outs real quick.
Nobody cares about hitting 300. Didn't we just cover that? I mean, for the last 15 minutes.
My point is, go get some outs. Like, I don't care who you are. You're on the 40-man. You're up. It's your week. Let's go. and then you're going to go back down.
Well,
I'm a fan. I have faith. 91 wins. I'm sticking with it.
Chris, what about you?
I'm not there yet. I do like this team. I do like the fact that I said it a couple years ago. I wish they would just let the young guys play.
Yeah.
And they are. And you can see that if you just leave them alone, we said this even a couple shows ago, just leave them alone, let them play. Obviously, Walker's having a great year so far to start out. And again, everybody's going to go through some slumps. That's part of it. Allow them to work through it. I mean, I know me being positive all the time. Be positive with these guys. They are professionals, and they're at a different level now. So in Wetherholt, he's gonna see a struggle at some point. I do like their makeup. I'm not sold on the relief pitchers, and I definitely am not a fan of the 4th and 5th starter. McGreevy's been great. I don't care what the calculator nerds and idiots say. I'm very happy with what he's done. I'm just glad Dustin May isn't, got like a 12-run ERA. He's got to be more consistent. But I mean, they are who they are right now, and timely hitting and timely pitching helps. So, I mean, I root for them. I'm very realistic about it. And I want them to do well at the same time. I want it to mean something if they have to go out and try to make a trade to compete if they're still in contention. So let's see. Once they get into June and stuff, let's see where they are in June.
I'll let Zach go first.
I was going to say, so teasing the next segment, I know it's going to be a shorter segment. Then we talked about this in our group chat. What comes next for us as fans? Okay. And so what has to happen for us as fans? And we'll talk more about that once.
One position I should have said something about was do something at catcher. Bring up the young gun and get rid of these other whatever we got going on there. And if you are going to trade Newt, then bring up Baez. The guy's raking. I mean, he is raking, and he's an elite fielder too.
So when you say raking, does he rake leaves or something? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's raking leaves. Dumbass.
And on that note, Chris,
yeah,
he has. Doesn't he have a punchable chin? Looks like one you couldn't miss.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead. From the guy whose nickname is Jughead.
Yeah, go ahead. Ahead.
It's a good one. All right. When you come back, we are our third and final segment of the Coach's Box. You're watching it. We're on it. See you in a sec.
I'm a big rock. And while you're down there posing for pictures, I'm seeing the bigger picture from up here. And this little birdie's telling me it's time for this rock to roll. Photo bomb! And if you don't have the right insurance, this can really flatten your savings.
Awesome.
So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
On average, heating and cooling account for around 40% of your energy bills. Introducing the efficient Daikin Fit, a revolutionary HVAC system for ducted homes. While other units use considerable energy turning on and off, the Daikin Fit saves energy through consistent comfort control. It's the perfect fit for homes like yours. See the difference. Feel the benefits. Daikin Fit.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com. Check out Elite Collectibles, now at 2 locations. Our Arnold store focuses on Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and other trading cards plus tournaments. Our Imperial location offers a little mix of everything, including sports and trading cards for all collectors. And don't forget, we host consignment auctions every Tuesday. Stop by, hang out, and see what you can pull at Elite Collectibles, now with an Arnold location and an Imperial location. If you love sports at every level, there's only one place to be. Gateway Sports covers it all. Preps, college, and the pros. Real coverage, real voices, real passion for the game. From live shows to podcasts, Gateway Sports connects the region like nobody else. Proudly powered by First Form and Recalibrate.com. Visit gatewaysports.net. Every level, one gateway.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the third and final segment of the Coach's Box Call. Like we see a podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and follow our show. Appreciate you guys tuning in, whether you're live or you're watching it on the replay on YouTube in the comfort of your own home whenever you're not coaching your third or final sport like Bruce Valroy is probably doing right now. Real quick.
Bruce today.
He did?
Yeah.
Playing
golf, doing golf tournament. Yep.
He coaches everything. I mean, you'd think.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Zach, you brought it up, I apologize. You had a quick thing we wanted to add to this about the Cardinals, so please do so.
Yeah. So real quick. So outside of the Dodgers series, my question is, Kevin, hashtag 91 wins. You haven't seen Busch Stadium filled to the brim. My question is, what is it going to take for the Cardinals to bring back the fans, fill the stands, get those sellouts? Is that even possible anymore, or have the Cardinals done detrimental damage due to the last several seasons, in your guys' opinion? I wanted to know your thoughts on, if we're winning and we're the best fans in baseball, why are the stands still empty? Your thoughts?
It has to be a consistent type of thing. It can't be the fans will start to come back slowly, but for them to consistently come back and stay back, you have to consistently win and show the effort. And Heimblum, I think they've caught a little bit of something here, because he said, he was very upfront. He was like, hey, this is going to be a process, but we're going to let these kids play with some runway and see what happens. And they're starting to win a little bit, so hoping they can catch some lightning in a bottle with that. But in order for it to stay that way long term, it has to be, okay, we've caught this lightning. Now we're going to go get them some real help and get some other players in here and spend some money doing it, because the window is now open. We need to go through it. And until they recognize that and say that, I don't know that the fans come back in a capacity like stadium on a more consistent basis.
Jarvis, what do you think?
I think it's starting already. I think they're starting to, the fans are starting to come back. I think if they keep winning, it's just going to keep getting better and better. It's they've pissed off some fans, for a while. I mean, I went to a game recently, and that's the first game I've been to, other than my two kids and their being scholar athletes for Herculaneum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the first games I've been to in a long time. So, yeah, I think just keep winning, keep putting that. I think the new GM's got them going in the right direction. They keep being truthful to their fans, keep doing what they say they're going to do. I think winning cures a lot of things, man.
Yes, it does.
Chris, what do you think, man?
I mean, Jarvis, he stole my thunder. It was good. He's right. Transparency is going to be big. We all had doubts on when Mosaic said, "Hey, we're going to do this. Keep looking over here. Be patient. I'm going to do that." And nothing ever really happened. We got tired of that song and dance, best fans in baseball, et cetera, et cetera. We haven't won in a long time. We haven't even been to the World Series in a long time. And we've been outside the playoff picture for a few years now. So people are ready for something. There has to be some kind of trust for the amount of money that it takes, it's cost to take your family to a game. Those days are, it's hard. It's easier to sit at home and watch it on TV when you can find it on TV. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be transparency. It's going to be some winning. There has to be some excitement. What's the reason for me to go when I can just sit at home and watch it? So for the people who are diehard fans, yeah, you're going to have to show me. Nobody, I mean, to be honest with you, everybody is starting to buy into what Chaim Bloom's trying to do. Nobody trusts, DeWitt. Sorry. He's the guy that when you look at the Cardinals, you're like, hey, this is great, but he's like the damn Monopoly guy. It's like, oh well, hey, you have to pay everybody on the board all this money, and it's taking the money out of your pocket when you just think, oh, I'm starting to get ahead here. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's what it's going to take, and we'll see how things go. See what kind of moves they make if they're in contention, and does this mean we're going to do something in the offseason and maybe go try to get somebody money?
So that's two points. One, to what you just said. If they continue to win, and if Kevin, this is your catch-22. If they do win, and they do win a lot, he ain't spending money getting a free agent because he doesn't need to, because they won without spending. And then two, Chris, I go back to you, and I think I go back to the COVID era. Did our attention span for the Cardinals go away? Like, as a community, is it like, no, I'm done with that because I've been burnt, that bridge is gone, and I've got other things that I would rather do. You just said I can go watch it at home if I can find it. Is the attention span for Cardinal baseball ever going to be back?
I think the attention span for baseball in general is a problem. Why they wanted this pitch clock, and they, let's speed the games up and let's get younger people here. I mean, there's just not an appreciation for it, and that's not a St. Louis Cardinals or Major League Baseball problem. They're trying to do stuff that's a societal problem. So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, if you love baseball, you're going to watch baseball. If it's worth your time watching it. I don't know what everybody else thinks.
Well, I just know talking to guys that are baseball coaches and hearing, we grew up, and Jarvis, you tell me, I mean, we grew up, Kevin, you had your varsity team, you had your JV team. Varsity was at home, JV was away, or flip-flop. We got teams that are still in our area, and teams that we've played and our schedules on. They don't have JV team. They don't have two teams. They barely have enough to have one varsity team. So obviously there's this in a baseball area, that love for the game, I think, is going away. And I just worry about, if that love for the game goes away, what do the Cardinals do to get that back to the fans and for the fans to fill the stands? I don't know.
It's a good point.
Yep.
Well, we can see we can check in with the Cardinals, and see as we go. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a topic of conversation as the weather warms up, whenever it decides to do it. I say that it'll be 95 and it won't rain for 2 months pretty soon. So
right.
I'll just keep that to myself. Two quick topics before we wrap the show. Number one, and to revisit our last show's main topic about the NFL draft is now come and went. Thoughts on that? We said it was probably the least compelling draft. What is our, everybody just give me say one big takeaway and one big surprise, if any. Let's see. I'll just randomly pick. Kevin, you go first. Kevin's on the spot.
There really wasn't any really big surprises other than the whole debacle with the Rams and Ty Simpson, where you have a head coach that absolutely did not want that pick and made it very evident in their interview on that one. And how awkward is that for Ty Simpson going into camp with Matthew Stafford? As will he get any reps? Will they give him any reps whatsoever? And he's just going to be sitting there holding a helmet. Who knows? They may not even give him a quarterback's helmet. They'll just give him one without the communication piece. You don't even
give him the kicker's helmet, single bar.
Yeah, just a single bar. Yes. So that's going to be the thing, is see what is Ty Simpson's actual role, not just as a clipboard carriers, because that's what the obvious thing is, but is he given anything? Is he actually the third QB on the roster behind Stetson Bennett? Type of thing. What is his role really going to be, and why was a number 14 pick used on him? So that's my takeaway.
Yeah, I'll go this.
He holds clipboard.
I mean, you've got in two things. One, in the first 3 rounds, you've got 4 Mizzou guys. They got picked up. So again, hopefully drinks continuing to build, and we can get our local guys, close the state, close the city, St. Louis, and the other side of the river and all that. And then 2, I think just because of the unique situation is Diego Pavia going undrafted. So a Heisman finalist going undrafted. And so I don't know. I mean, Chris, what's my saying? Is the juice worth the squeeze? I guess maybe they looked at it and said, maybe we did this. We did this before, and with Johnny Manziel, and we're not going to do it again.
Yep, I'll go. I want to go last on this. Jarvis, what's your thoughts? Give you one surprise, one big takeaway.
My big takeaway is 9 offensive linemen were picked up in the first round. And I guess the surprise of that is it's a reaction to the havoc that is being wreaked by the defensive linemen that are being drafted in this league. Your Zion Youngs, all these people that are getting drafted and developed in the league and rushing the quarterback. And as you've seen throughout the league, when you have to go to your second quarterback, it doesn't bode well for you. Mm-hmm. So you want to keep your starting quarterback standing up. I also thought that the Ravens getting the quarterback from Vanderbilt and giving him a 3-year deal is very odd and intriguing because they have still not signed their star quarterback. So I don't know what this says about what they're going to do with their star quarterback. So, I mean, a lot of people still think that the guy can play in the NFL. He's short. But, I mean, a lot of people think he's a Baker Mayfield type kid. I don't know what that says for their current quarterback. I don't know. It's that's a surprise weird thing for me. But the offensive line, defensive line, they're going back to building from the trenches in, out. Mm-hmm. So from the trenches out on both sides of the ball, which is we were going to have that anyway with this draft because there just wasn't, all these stars out there to draft. So, but still, I mean, if you look back at some other drafts, linemen and D linemen have been big ticket items for drafts, and teams are learning. If you don't have an offensive line, I mean, look at the Chiefs. I mean, that's been part of. Everyone wants to say, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes is declining." Well, dude, he's running for his gosh dang life. I mean, it's hard to play quarterback when you got guys in your face all the time, and
it does prevent you from being good.
So. That was the 2 things. I mean, well, I guess that was about 3 or 4 things, but those are the things in a boring draft.
Yeah, it wasn't very exciting. Everybody knew Mendoza was going number 1. From there, things were kind of crazy in a draft. And you touch on this. My takeaway was you got a lot of solid pieces drafted instead
No
of
Hall of
trying to,
Famers, really, I don't
get the
think.
home run. I think there's a lot, and again, you're right. A lot of offensive linemen that's big. But solid pieces to complement your teams. My biggest surprise, I mean, yeah, Pavia not getting drafted probably is there. I think that Jeremiah Love getting drafted by Arizona was probably my biggest surprise, besides Ty Simpson and Pavia's thing. And I just don't want to give a lot of attention to the quarterbacks. I think Ty Simpson needs to sit and hold a clipboard would probably help. Mendoza needs to hold a clipboard because Mendoza plays for a terrible team, and Simpson plays for the Rams, who will probably be a contender. So they don't need to play, either one of them. Love, he's going to instantly get carries right away. He could be rookie of the year. Or Jadarian Price, the other running back from Notre Dame who went to Seattle, he could turn around and be rookie of the year. I think that was a great pickup there. And then moving on to our final topic. I know Zach is probably out on this because it involves hockey. He doesn't know anything about hockey. He refuses to learn anything. Hell, I've learned more about soccer than Zach has learned about hockey. So if that tells you anything at all, the respect I have for the sport of soccer, don't like watching it. Zach has no respect for hockey. So your opinion is very minimal here. Either way, but you will understand. Go
Before
ahead.
you jump on this hockey train, because I'm Zach, I'm not going to be much on this either, but you know how Notre Dame had the two running backs?
Yeah.
The Mizzou Tigers could possibly have two running backs go in that first round next year. With a Hardy and Roberts. I mean, it could be a possibility. Anyway, go ahead.
They're going to have to win some ball games, and I don't know if that's going to happen next year. A lot of ball games.
What?
A lot of ball
There's
games.
a lot that could happen between now and then. So
yeah,
let's,
shut up.
as
We'll
Gene
table
Hackman
that.
says, let's just keep it in our wildest dreams.
Yeah.
For now.
They're winning an
anyway,
natty. Go ahead.
All right. So, and everybody here can understand this because I'm not going to specifically talk about the Blues roster makeup. The question is that I have, the draft lottery for the NHL went down. The Blues had a chance to maybe get the number one pick. Is very slim. They were kind of slotted. Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong. You're probably slotted between 9 and 12, right?
I
Give
think
or take
7 and 12. I think was what the main ones were going to be. 7 and 12.
Okay, so they ended up getting the 11th pick in the draft and the 15th that they got by trade. So that's their two lottery picks, 11 and 15. And as I have in Toronto, which has a bleeping superstar, one of the best players in the world, now they're going to have an opportunity for one of the top two players that are in the draft unless they trade out of it. So the rich are going to get richer at some point. Oh, Toronto had a crappy year to finish or whatever because Matthews got hurt. But I don't want to get into that. The Blues draft has been middle of the first round or no first rounders. I'm going to ask a question here. A Blues draft that has been in the top 9. When is the last time the Blues picked within the top 9? Just give a guess. Not 10, but the 9th pick or higher.
I'm going to say Pietrangelo.
Okay. So you got Pietrangelo. Jarvis, what year? Just he gave it specific. Give me a year.
Gosh, he said Pietrangelo.
No. Oh, no.
It's Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo is 2008.
I think it's I think it was before that.
You already gave your guess. You already gave your guess, Kevin.
Oh, damn, I know.
So Jarvis, give me a year. Give me a year. Doesn't matter. Just shot in the dark.
Okay,
Wrong answers only. I don't care.
1999.
Well, that's a long way. Go ahead, Zach.
I don't know. Brett Hull. I don't know. Whatever. 93.
Oh my God,
He wasn't even drafted by the Blues.
I don't know.
So
I don't know hockey. 1993.
Not only was Kevin correct, he hit the nail on the head. Pietrangelo was the 4th pick overall in 2008.
Oh, there you go.
That was the last time the Blues drafted in the top 9. From there, going down, 2009, first round, pick 17. The next year, first round, pick 14 and 16. That was the year in 2010 where they picked up Tarasenko and Jaden Schwartz. In 2011, didn't have a first round pick. In 2012, pick number 25 was as high as they went to. 2013, no first rounders. 2014, first round, pick 21. 15, no first rounders. 2016, first round, pick 26. 17, first round, pick 20th. 2018, first round, pick 25. 2019, no first rounders. 2020, one first rounder, pick 26. 2021, pick 17. 2022, pick 23. 2023, they had 10th pick, 25th pick, 29th pick. 2024, 16. 2025, 19. What are we seeing here? What is the pattern that you see?
Before the last couple of years, success. So you pick later in the.
The problem is, just like this year, they were on their way to having a high draft pick. They were the second to last, if not the last place team in the NHL. And then all of a sudden, hey, let's start trying to play. And what do? They get close enough to the playoffs, and they don't make it. And again, the Blues are mired in mediocrity because they cannot acquire a top tier talent player because they will not finish near the bottom of the league to get a high draft pick or a chance to even get it. I mean, it's not a tank job. You're on your way to losing anyway. Then they decide to play.
You're on your way to
Ranko nicks a trade. I don't understand it.
They have a third first round pick they have this year, depending on where the Avalanche finish that they picked up in the Braden Shen trade.
So the Avalanche will win the Stanley Cup, and then they will have the last pick in the first round. So you got the 32nd pick in the draft and those 2 lottery picks. You're going to get 2 solid players you won't see for 3 to 4 years. And here we are again, and we're just re-churning. It's like a regurgitation of a cow eating grass. I'm going to swallow it, throw it up, and chew it again. It's the Blues over and 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 over again.
Well, there's some talk there. There's a possibility of them packaging 2 or more of those picks to move up. I'm trying to figure out. They were talking about which teams would be willing to do that. San Jose needs a lot of help in a lot of places, and I think they might be willing to trade their 2 number 2
but
pick.
I heard they're wanting players
for 3 picks.
All these players with no trade clauses, and
that's why you pick. That's why they're trading the picks, because the picks don't have no trade clauses. So you can trade the picks for San Jose. That's the only one, but we're not going to be the only one talking to San Jose and what we can offer. Other teams are going to be offering San Jose the moon for that number 2 pick to maybe get a shot at McKenna in that second spot.
It's going to be Stenberg. Stenberg is going to be the second pick. McKenna will go first. And either way, I mean, you want a shot at one of those 2 in this draft because they're ready to play now. And if you're going to draft and if you get a lottery pick, I mean, gosh, in hockey, you got to think in 3 or 4 years, how much older is everybody? I mean, you didn't see some of the age pick up on some of these guys. Hell, Torrey Krug was good for a couple of years. Now he's done. He can't play anymore. I mean, you just never know where your team's going to be by the time these guys come back around where they can play. So again, you want guys. We've talked about the Blues don't have any dudes that you would say, oh yeah, that dude's a superstar. Robert Thomas is go to another team. He's a second line center at best on a really good team. He's our top center. He's top 6, maybe someone else, but
what? Okay, do you remember a few years back? Was it Bedard, some car, the guy that everybody.
Connor Bedard.
Okay, he went to Chicago, right?
Yes,
fixed.
Okay,
yeah.
Have they been any good since he's been in?
They're getting ready to load up on all these high draft picks, and I'm going to tell you
No.
that.
I said, have they been good since he's been playing?
No.
Okay, well then what are we talking about? So obviously having a number 1 draft pick in this hockey when you have 3-4 lines and it's one guy.
In this hockey.
Yeah, and you got what 20 dudes
in this hockey.
18.
8. Okay, whatever. 18. So
it's
maybe
20 actually, not including goalkeepers.
Okay,
Yeah,
but we're not that bad. So we add a number 1 pick.
Yeah. Well, then give them all. How many rounds are there?
5.
Give them all your draft picks.
I think it's
Sonny.
Okay. We're not Ricky Williams this draft. No,
there's 7 rounds. There's 7 rounds.
Sonny from draft day. But if Jarvis is saying you're one guy away because
I wasn't saying we were one guy away. I'm just saying that we're not in the state of some of these other guys that had the number 1.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug is right. McKenna is going number 1 just because he's a fighter. Berube will draft him. That's funny. I forgot about that story. But hey, the thing is, you got to have dudes, and all these teams that are playing right now, Zach.
Yeah.
Dallas sucked. Now they've got dudes because they drafted. Then they made a huge trade, and they got Mikko Rantanen.
Yeah.
They made a trade and then signed him to like an 8-year deal, so no one else is ever going to get this guy.
Right.
The Oilers sucked. They got McDavid. When the Blackhawks won their 3 cups, they sucked. And then they got Patrick Kane, they got Jonathan Taves, they got all these dudes. Colorado did the same thing. They've won the cup.
Mm-hmm.
The only one I mentioned there that has not won the cup were 2 teams, the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. But they're right there because they've got dudes. We don't got dudes. We got hey, we're just good enough to be here. And maybe we make it, maybe we don't.
When Jarvis talks about the no trade clause, then isn't that kind of on the Blues for them to, hey, let's sign?
100.
Let's give you the no trade clause.
Yeah.
Oh, they're handing them out like Halloween candy.
You get a no trade clause.
You get one, and you get one. If I had to say, besides the Pietrangelo thing, a thing I just blows my mind about Doug Armstrong, who I feel like is a good general manager. He's been one of the best. He brought a cup to St. Louis. Is the fact that he gave out these no trade clauses to guys who had not proven that they need no trade clauses. Like they could be modified. These are full out no team. The modified no trade clause means, Zach, you pick 4 or 5 or whatever number of teams that you don't get traded to.
Mm-hmm.
I could trade you to anybody else.
Right.
And then there's certain levels, certain years, these things kick in or it starts to go away. And most of the time at the end of their careers, they become modified instead of full no trade clauses. I think Parayko is one who has modified. I think Jordan Kyrou has a full, you can't trade me unless, matter of fact, the good Lord could come down and say he's got to go to this team. And he's going to say, no, I don't. Because I've got the full no trade clause. I mean, you can't give those out. I'm sorry. You just can't. You can't give them to anybody. I don't think you couldn't give it to Connor McDavid, in my opinion, because at some point you probably want to move on from him. But, hey, Jordan Kyrou, Connor McDavid, about the same, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah,
or not.
Thomas has a full no trade as of last summer. Kyrou, Parayko has one that runs through 27-28. And Buchnevich has one for the next few years as well.
I don't understand how Buchnevich got re-signed and got an extension, but whatever. I guess we like paying a guy who only plays 60 games.
Binnington has a modified. He has 18 teams that he's not allowed to be traded to. Cam Fowler has a modified list. And Justin Hall, who they got from Detroit in the trade, I can't just draw a blank now. He got it. That was Detroit gave him one.
Too many guys with no trade clauses. It's hard to, you got to be able to make moves.
Do anything with
it's
them.
just the way it is.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to make moves. Well, guys, I think that basically covers our show. Final thoughts, real quick. Shout outs, anything, nothing.
91 wins.
Said it all.
Sticking with it.
91 wins.
Jury's out.
Jury's
out.
We'll see. Show me. We live in the
Jury
show me
is-
state.
Show me state.
I could see the end of the year. It's right there. It's right there.
I don't know about you guys, but I can definitely tell that that's exactly what the kids are thinking too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yep.
Okay, it's glad it's not just me then.
Well, I think
Zach, this is every year.
Yeah.
I might be seeing it more than them, but it's there.
Oh, it's definitely there. For all these guys, appreciate everybody tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box Call See It podcast. Tune in for our next episode. We'll let you know when that is. Till then, good night. God bless. Take care, and we'll see y'all later.
This episode of the Coach's Box Call Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media.